Hey everyone, cwoodsdean here, and this is a little video of how to wear coral. The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure you're wearing a base layer. A lot of people also refer to this as Under Armour, but don't make the mistake a lot of people do and go to the store and ask for Under Armour. I've done this and it is a brand. There are many other brands that do the exact same thing for half the price, so have a look. In this video I'm wearing Nike Pro for the bottom part, and the top part is just a plain long sleeve black lycra t-shirt that I bought in like Primark or somewhere. I personally do own a set of Under Armour and they are really good, but for the price that you're paying, you really don't need Under Armour. So anyway, once you have your base layer on, you're going to want to go ahead and put on the top with the arms. So with all my arms, I attach them to a base top. The reason why I do this is because I find that the arms with the elastic attached to them isn't really all that comfortable, and getting the size is kind of a bit awkward. And a lot of times arms just fall down, don't really stay up. So this is why I attach them to a t-shirt so you can move around really comfortably and they don't fall down. Next, you're going to want to put on the tail. Now this might seem quite confusing at first when you get it and you put it on for the very first time. It might take a few attempts to figure it out and get it right every single time. You might get a bit confused. I'm going to try my best now to walk you through it. So when you get it out of the box, you're going to notice that there's this like circle bit here. Make sure it's all flat and none of the straps are twisted. You want to go ahead and grab the two ends of the buckles, while making sure that the loop of the long bit you see here in the video is like a hoop with, yeah. So you want to feed one of the buckles around you like this. You want to make sure that there's like too much room at this point when you put it on. As you can see, it's already fitted to my size at this point, but when you get it out, you want to make sure that it's too loose for you. If you put it on and you're struggling to put the grips together because it's like too tight, then unloosen it until you have a lot of give. Make sure this loop bit is across down on your bottom, if that makes any sense. As you can see, it goes under my butt and around. That's what you want. So make sure the tail is sitting on top of your bottom. You don't want it above your bottom like this. This is wrong. Don't do this. I've seen so many fursuit manokits and shark creatures do this. This is wrong. It is one of my biggest pet peeves when I see costumes. This is not accurate. Because you are an anthropomorphic creature, if you were to turn yourself into a feral creature and walk on all fours, the tail would be facing upwards and it would be going towards the sky, and this is inaccurate. It's wrong. The tail does not come out of your back. Now that's out of the open. You want to go ahead and put your tail where it should be, on your bottom. So once you've done this, clip the two buckles together. You should also feel this feels a lot more comfortable and you can waggle it a lot better than if it was coming out of your back. And you should notice you have a lot of give. Now that loop we talked about earlier, you want to feed this through so you're tightening it up at this point. So tighten it until it's really tight on your waist. Now that loop we keep talking about, now feed that through so it's above you now and not under your bottom. As you can see, I've pulled it through. At this point, I'm just making sure that it's all flat and nothing's twisted. Make sure that nothing around is twisted or upside down or anything weird. It's all flat and nice. So pull that loop across you, and what you want to do is you want to pull it all the way across your body. And now what I use for this is 2 hairpins, which I will provide. I will provide a packet of new hair grips. Don't worry, you're not going to have the 2 that I put in my mouth. Don't worry about it. I will give you new ones. It all should just be gripped together. This just keeps that extra loop bit of material together with the base bit that's on your hip. So at this point you should see that it's all nice, secure and wiggly and great. So you want to make sure that it looks about the same that I have in the video. You don't want the back of the tail to come too far away. It shouldn't be flat on your back because it's sitting on your bottom, and depending on your bottom size it might look differently to my bottom. Just make sure that it's not too loose and too wiggling about. It should stay pretty secure. So you have this little gap thing, and I find this doesn't matter, it's fine, but you can get another hair grip and just secure those 2 bits together if you want to, but I don't really feel the need. Now you have this little middle bit, this moves. I've made this so it can adjust. As you can see, there's another little clip below you. This adjusts. For me, I didn't need to adjust it, but you can adjust it while the tail is on. If you just pull it, you might have to use 2 hands. I suggest if this is too tight when you put it on, to take the tail off and do it again and make sure it's like adjusted like longer. It might take a couple of attempts for you to get the adjustment right when you first get it, but afterwards, once you have it all set up and it's the right measurement for you, you shouldn't really have to redo it. Now onto the jeans. Now I'm including these jeans. Now the size for these jeans will be in the auction listing. They are male jeans and they are bigger than me. And I'm going to include these because they already have a little hole that I put in to fit the buckle and the tail, and they go well with the top and the overall like outfit itself. You can use any trousers, any bottoms, pants, whatever you want to call the fabric you put on your legs. You'll just need to make a little hole. So go ahead and put them on one leg at a time, or if you have trouser maidens, you can get them to do it for you. I'm kidding, no one has trouser maidens. So once you have both legs in, then you go ahead and like grip the grippy doodah thing through the hole. You need to put it through the outside hole inwards, not the other way around. So yeah, so it should be coming up through the jeans and then grip them together. If you're struggling, you're gonna just have to try and like wiggle the jeans up and then clip it. But this only works if there's enough thing, so make sure yeah, you've got the adjustment. Once it's clipped up, then you can just go ahead and pull the jeans up, and there you go. It looks lovely. Look at that. So this bit I try and demonstrate like where the little taggy thing is, but the back poster is black and the jeans are quite dark and the strappy thing is black, so it doesn't work. But it's a little bit of elastic. It's like a little loop that you can grip, and you can get a hair grip and just grip that, or I just like to poke it up out through there and just poke it through the hole, so it's not like dangling out looking really odd. There you go, and then the jeans just make everything look way better. Yeah, it just, look at that wiggle. I wiggle for about 5 minutes just because it's so much fun to wiggle this tail. Okay, anyways, moving on. Next we have the back fin. So it looks like this and has like this cool little harness, and yeah, this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like without the top t-shirt. So it's designed like a backpack, and then you grip it and it's like really nice, and yeah, this is what it looks like. If you undo this, it's super loose, so don't do that. You don't want it really loose. So I tried putting this on a larger person, and what I discovered is the little thing that you see in the front. You just have to move this bit over this bit to make sure it's lined up here, otherwise it doesn't work. You just need to make sure this is here. If, however, this is too tight, you don't need it, as long as it's not like flappy around and wiggly, like as long as it's tight enough and you feel secure, then that's fine. So next we have the t-shirt. Now it has a hole in the back of it. It has like a slit in the back of it. You can use any t-shirt for this costume. You just need to mimic the slit and then you'll be fine. But I've provided this lovely t-shirt. So if you have somebody with you, you can just give them the t-shirt and they can just put it on over your like back fin, and like that'll be easy. But if you're like me and you don't have someone nearby to help you put your t-shirt on, just take the fin off and put the fin through the slit. Now this bit is a little bit like tricky at first, but you get the hang of it after a few attempts. Put your hands through the hoops and through the arm sleeves, and then sort of kind of feed the whole thing over your back by putting your head through the head hole. Kind of like this. Yeah, there we go. Make sure that you lift the t-shirt up and grip that little clips together so it's secure. And just have a little quick check and make sure that there's no like huge gaps on the t-shirt and you don't see your back. Yeah. And then we're good to go. Look how cool I look. Now onto the main bit. So here is a power bank that I have provided for this costume. The reason why I did this is because I wanted to sew the pocket in the inside, and I wanted to know exactly what the size would be. So I just went ahead and bought a USB pack because then I know it fits. So you're definitely going to want to use a balaclava. If you have extremely short hair or if you are bald, then you don't really need one, but it's always good to prevent the sweat from your face to the fursuit on the inside, so I recommend one anyway, even if you are bald or have short hair. But if you're like me and you have longish hair, then you definitely need one because it stops the hair getting caught in the zip. So I've seen a lot of people wear the balaclava like over their mouth. Don't do this. Don't do this at all, because then when you put the fursuit head on, like, you can risk putting the balaclava like over your nose and eyes, and then you can't see, and then help me, I can't die. So make sure that the balaclava is over your, like, under your chin, so that way when you talk and be silly, it doesn't come off onto your face and make you blind. Now put the head on, and you want to make sure the strap is secure and you're comfortable. So at this point I'm just moving my ears back so they're flat because they bended over and it was uncomfortable. Now a really important point to make is don't ever just grab the zip and pull, because you're most likely going to break it. So you want to grab the two pieces of fabric and move them across, because there's probably going to be a lot of give, and you want to make sure that all of the fabric is like not caught and back. And then also just make sure the fur is not in the way, because if you just grab that zip and pull, you're just going to get it caught and you're going to struggle. So make sure you pull all of the fabric over so you can feel it meeting and it's all there, and then make sure that the fur is all out the way. And just slowly pull the zip down so you can feel if it's like, yeah. You shouldn't have to pull the zip down and yank it. It should just slide down really easily and have no problems. If you're having problems, it means the fur is caught, the fur is in the way and might be caught, or like the fabric is like, or if the fabric is not over enough. For reference, I'm a 22-inch head and this was built on a 23-inch head, so if you're anything below that, you should be fine. If you're 23, you should still be fine. If you're anything above 23, then I probably wouldn't buy this suit. Once it's zipped up, just fluff all of the back so you can't really see the zip anymore, can't really see the zip as much, and then we're done! Wait, no, we need hands. Okay, so now you have hands. So make sure you have the hand on the right way around. Double check that you have the hands on the right way around. And triple check that you have the hands on the right way around. You can pick things up with both paws, but it's a bit tricky to pick anything up with just the one paw. I have really tiny hands, so I made sure that these paws were a lot bigger than me, so they don't really fit me very well. And my little finger is like super small, so it really does not, like, I can't really move my little finger at all in these paws. So they work better if you have larger hands, but they should be able to like fit most size hands. Now 2 fingers are meant to go into this digit. There's more room in this one than there is in the other one. And you're just going to want to like feel around and make sure that your hand is fully in there. Yeah, so you shouldn't have to push or struggle to get your fingers in if you're doing it right. And there we go. And that is Coral the Manokit Fursuit.